Halloween is over, and before you know it, Thanksgiving and Christmas will be here. Today in Mississippi, the high temperature was 68 degrees, Fahrenheit. I know I have some people who don't live in the States, so let me specify 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's expected to drop to 48 degrees tonight. Now, that's jacket weather for us. It's also the time of year where people are scrambling to find a mate. Cuffing season started in October, and there are some who are desperate to find that special someone to cuddle with and keep warm during the chilly season. There are also the added benefits of having that built in plus one for holiday parties and family gatherings. But what is one to do when they ain't got a winter boo? We'll get into that and more as we try to figure out just what do the lonely do at Christmas. On this Talk to Q radio show, no experts, just opinions. Buckle up.
T2Q Radio.
Hey, what up, Q? What up, Radio World?
What's going on, people? I want to welcome all of you to another edition of the Talk to Q radio show. My name is Quincy, and this is my show. And I'm coming to you live from the south side of the T2Q Man Cave. It is Tuesday, November the 2nd, 2021, and it is also Scorpio season. So be sure to hug a Scorpio this week and just pray that you don't get stung. First of all, I want to send a shout out to Bridget in Michigan. She gave me some great insight today about my show. She bounced some ideas off of me and they stuck. So shout out to Baby G for that. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter by searching Talk to Q. Also, I want to give everybody some homework. Please like and share a podcast today. It does wonders with helping people to gain exposure. So even if it's not this podcast, like and share someone's podcast, all right? Now, tonight I was going to initially talk about how some people get their 15 minutes of fame, from a mishap or something silly and talk about celebrities. However, I decided to do away with that topic and discuss something a little more relevant to this time of the year. You have guys looking for lonely women to shack up with during the cold months, and you have women who are looking for guys to take those matching pajama pictures, with on Christmas. And a lot of people are looking for seasonal companionship, okay? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I mean, what do you think? So let me go to the T2Q virtual phone lines to see who will be joining the mix with me this evening. To the, 601 area code I go. I will bring up this young lady, Miss Kaylee the Boss. Kaylee, what's going on?
Hey, nothing much. Just being bossy like I do.
That's just all you can do. I mean, if you got boss in your name, all you do are boss things. I get it. I totally
Yes.
get it.
How are
Okay.
you today?
I am outstanding. If I were any better, there'd be two of me, and I don't think the world is ready for that.
Nah, we'll deal with this one.
Let me stay in the Magnolia State and bring this dude back on and welcome Bailey back to the show. What it do, bro?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Not too much. How's it going?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Ready to get into it.
All right. Glad to have you on. And I will go to the Lone Star State of Texas to welcome on the Camouflage Beauty, Carrie. Carrie, how's it going? Oh, you're on mute. I can't hear you.
I should know better by now. How y'all doing?
Doing well. Rocking the dope hat. I see you.
Thank you.
Okay, and this fella here, I'll let him introduce himself because he just fly like that. So let him tell you who he is.
What? I get to introduce myself? Oh my God. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Down 5 Podcast, the Dope Discussions Podcast, would like to bring to you me. Hey, to be the baby. What's going on, everybody out there in podcast world? What's going on, Q?
What up, Gator?
Man, look, they let me out the cave today, bro.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I'm glad you got the opportunity to join the show. It's been a minute. Gator's joining us from the peach state of Georgia. And
Yes,
so,
sir.
all right. So we'll get to it. Cuffing season is what people do in the cold, dark months. It's described as a short-term partnership that lasts from October until late February, early March. Studies show that there are more couples during that time period than any part of the year. I mean, because no one really wants to run the streets when it's cold outside. So, you're at home, and a lot of people don't like to be home alone. So, question number one. Depression is real, and there are some people who take single a lot harder than others. So, Carrie, I'll start with you. Do you
Oh
think
boy.
that do you think that being single during the winter can negatively impact a person's mental state? And is
Hell
that a
yeah.
real thing?
Yes. Absolutely, it's a real thing. I mean, don't nobody want to like walk through the mall. You can't do anything in the wintertime by yourself, from Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's Eve. Like, you can't go anywhere. So that's gonna make you, if you're not already depressed, that's probably gonna push you in a state of depression because it is lonely. And honestly, you can't really count on your friends and the family because they're gonna be looking at you like, well, I have a boo, so you can't be a third wheel, right? So you're stuck by yourself.
Nobody wants to be stuck. And let's get a guy's perspective. Bailey, what do you think, man? Can you be depressed if you go through the cold winter months and not have someone to rub on?
You mean you're not in a relationship, or you just don't have nobody to rub on?
You don't have anything.
Yeah, you should be depressed. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
All right, enough said on that. So, having said all of that, Kaylee, is a seasonal relationship necessarily a bad thing? I mean, it's not going to be for the long term. Can there be benefits for both parties involved?
I would say yes, and I say that because if you make it known in the beginning, this is kind of what it is. You both realize that it's probably seasonal. Then you both can get what you need.
All right, Gator, do you agree? Can it be beneficial for both parties?
I mean, it could definitely be beneficial for both parties. The problem with that whole scenario is somebody gonna be willing to say, "Hey, you know what? I know we're gonna be breaking up in February, so Valentine's Day. That's our due date, our end date. We'll have the big final closeout Valentine's dinner, and that's it." If we could do that with people, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. As a matter of fact, I would love to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of times when you get cuffed, people thinking it's going to be for one party. It's thinking it's going to be for long term. It's beneficial.
Okay. Yeah, and that's where I was going next. And Carrie, I'll get back to you. I mean, a seasonal relationship, a lot of times, not both parties aren't necessarily aware that it's just seasonal. Sometimes it's only one.
Yeah, okay. So my remedy for that, you have to date somebody on your status. So a lot of times people are cuffing and they date somebody below the status that they would normally date. That person is probably going to want to lock you down. So you have to date somebody on your same status that is just equally not as worried about you, like you're not worried about them. So you have that understanding. Finding that person may be kind of hard.
Okay. And Bailey, what do you think? And the lowering the standards part, we're going to get to a little later too, Carrie. I'm glad you brought that up. But Bailey, what do you think, man? Do you think in a lot of cases when there's cuffing going on, both parties aren't privy to what's happening? One person thinks it's something real and the other one just want to get to March?
Yeah, I think, I guess that's rare. You know what I'm saying? You have to be real transparent and real honest type, to have that type of situation. And so, generally it's a motive involved. A lot of time dudes need somewhere to stay. A lot of time, women, just don't want to be lonely during that time of year. So I think it's rare, what I'm saying, that people can come to terms and be like, look, you just my little October to February junk. We're gonna call it quits when it get warm. So yeah, I think it's rare. I'm saying? Usually it's a motive behind them little temporary flings like that. And it's another factor you kind of forgetting too.
Okay, what's that?
Tax time. You know what I'm saying? Them
Oh
dudes,
man.
yeah. You know, they want to stick around just to that, you know, that
Yeah.
deposit hit. Then they out of
Oh
there.
man. Yeah, them
That's
dudes.
true.
I want my family back.
Yeah,
Right. You
yeah.
gonna stick around till like May,
Uh-huh.
and then that's it.
Yeah, so I think that'd be part of the agenda too. Last year was stimulus time, tax time. Boy, it was so everybody was booed up.
Oh man, it was so bountiful.
Yeah, man, it was so bountiful around here, man. Trump checks was rolling, everybody was together. It's a couple sharing Facebook pages last one.
Don't forget them small business loans.
Hey,
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
hype up.
PPP.
Yeah.
All right. So, you mentioned cuffing season brings out the hobosexuals. Bailey, a hobosexual is someone who normally bounces around from couch to couch during the year, but they need a place to stay during the winter. Thus the term hobosexual. And you've seen the memes with the guys who may be kind of fit and in shape, and they're with the not so in shape women during the winter and things like that. Because they're looking for a place to stay. So, Kaylee, I mean, should women think twice about a guy that they may be dating who gives hints about moving in when it's kind of cold outside?
Yeah. My eyes are wide open. I'm paying attention to every insinuation, every hint, and all of it. So yeah, definitely. I had a guy. It seemed like he was trying to put me in his queue of where to go because, like I said, I'm paying attention to the conversation, and it's like I'm like, "How are you today?" He was like, "I'm good." Then he doubled back, "I'm not good today because this is happening. Somebody's in my apartment. I need to get out. I need to go somewhere else. I'm staying with my girlfriend's mom." Whoa, I didn't even know about a girlfriend. So that's
Wow.
one. Yeah. So yeah, I think he was trying to put me in a queue somewhere for somewhere to stay. Like I was gonna offer. He was like, "My ex, yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend." No, that's your girlfriend. So stay with her and her mama, and you can't move in with me.
Oh boy.
Wait, Q. Can I interrupt
Yeah.
for a quick second? I gotta ask
Yeah.
Kaylee a question, right? Where do you be finding these dudes?
I was thinking the same thing.
She done told me some stuff. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Look, he found me at work that day. I was working at my desk, and he was coming to pick up his mail, and he tried to slip in his little line, and yeah, he found me. That's it. That's all.
I think you need to share your occupation with all the young ladies that stay out there and warn them not to go into the occupation that you are in.
Yeah, postal service. Don't do it. Yeah. Oh, he thought he
Say
thought
less.
he thought he had a come up.
Gotcha.
He thought he had a come up. Like, oh yeah,
Wow.
I see you working.
Carrie, you ever dealt with a hobosexual? Somebody who's trying to get in the chilly time of the year?
Can't nobody stay here if they ain't pay no bills. So I mean, I never even heard the word hobosexual until you said it. But I mean, I guess people do that, but yeah, you can't stay here if you ain't pay no bill. Sorry. Because I can't stay with you for free. I can't go stay anywhere else in this country for free. So you can't stay here for free either. Sorry.
All right. Nothing's free. Okay, so cuffing season is not always about a con. A lot of times it's about people who, like Carrie mentioned earlier, who may settle or lower their standards. Now, there are some ladies who will let a guy chase them all year, but come October, they'll give him a shot. It's like come out October, it's like, hey, big head, So, I mean, or maybe it's that dude who gets plucked out of the friend zone who gets a chance to audition, So, ladies, do you feel like a lot of women lower their standards when the weather outside is frightful?
I don't think we lower our standards. We just pull pull somebody out of the friend zone, or we decide it's time to give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily Billy, don't be shaking your head. I see over there. We decide it's been time. You've done your due diligence. You done put in the work all summer long while I was out here being, doing my hot girl summer. And so now I think it's an opportunity. You've proven yourself, and you could probably, be cute in matching pajamas and for the Christmas party pictures. I think that's okay though. You win, I win. I don't see the problem.
Kaylee, I'll let you follow behind that. You agree or disagree?
Okay, to an extent, like she said, it's okay to. I think Gator, y'all just talked about the friend zone. It's okay to pay attention, see if that person is, up to your standards, because at a time, summertime is time for you. It's time for you to live your best life. Now you're trying to see if this person who has been there is worthy of being there right now during the winter months. It's
Y'all paying attention to this, fellas?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Fellas, let me ask the
But wait a minute.
Right.
No, wait a minute.
Okay.
Q, before you ask that question, listen, I don't want the guys to give us a bad rep because we do that. Because all spring and summer long, if we are trying to hook up, they are not. They want to be in the streets. Okay. So especially you from one of them south, one of them states with the beach and all that. They not trying to get booed up in the summer and the spring either.
I don't hear boo. I don't hear boo in the summer
at all.
But my DMs are popping right about now.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. But fellas, let me ask you, fellas, how do you feel about the women who ignore us during the hot girl summers, but want to give you a chance come wintertime?
Man, I can't wait to do her wrong. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait, because I was ready to be so good to you. Now, I have to do you wrong now. I have to.
You wrong.
I mean, he got a point. That's why I'm saying, fellas, pay attention.
Yeah.
But that being said, man, look, I feel like it's almost like a come up in that scenario. First of all, I'm a prime target. I'm a big dude, right? So when it gets cold outside, people be looking for them Gerald Levert, them cuddly teddy bear folks like me. So I feel like I'm targeted during this time of year, first of all. Second of all, it's too close to Christmas. So now, not only do I have to be your live-in plaything during, the cold months and hibernation play toy, then I got to buy Christmas gifts too. It just don't add up for me, man.
I mean, you could also just be by yourself in the winter. That's fine.
That is very true.
I'm just saying.
It's cheaper.
Yes.
But not as much fun.
No, not as much fun.
But like I said, it depends on the type of person as well. If you've been trying to shoot your shot and you've been paying attention to that person on they social media, you know what type of person that they are. Mm-hmm. They might not be a gold digger. I'm not. So I will reciprocate if I'm feeling you. But like I said, I'm all for being upfront. So those people who say let's go with the flow, this is perfect for them. Those people who say that, and I hear that quite a lot. Let's just go with the flow. I don't like a title. I don't like this. So
okay.
Y'all heard about those people? I'm sorry, Q. Go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, y'all heard about those people who they only like hook up for vacations, like they have vacation relations. So to me, this ain't that much different, right? To me, the only thing that I think is you have to have that honest conversation, right? We're too old to be playing games. So you're not going to necessarily say we're going to start, November 1st and, February 15th, but they got to be an understanding. And I feel like with the way the world is right now, right? Almost 40, if I'm showing up to the Christmas party by myself, or to somebody's Thanksgiving dinner, they're going to be like, Carrie, you still not dating? I just don't want to have that conversation. It's a lot of pressure. So if I have somebody who's put in the work, that's been good. Because everybody you pick for cuffing season, you're not using them. It could be somebody that's put in the work and been good. So why not just say, you know what? This is some time we slow down. There's not enough parties as much as the summer. Why not take the opportunity to get to know that person on a different level?
Okay. All right, and Carrie, you stole my thunder again on my next question,
I'm
but
done.
let's go. But dope discussions with Erica chimed in from the Pelican State of Louisiana. She said bears hibernate during the winter. We don't want to hibernate alone. All
Mm.
right, so I feel her on that. And so, and I'm going to go back to the phone lines in just a second, but I do want to ask the ladies about what Carrie just mentioned about pressure from your family. You know, when you think about the movies that start playing on the Hallmark Channel in November, you know, that show some woman coming home to her small town and falling in love with her high school sweetheart during the holidays and stuff like that. You know, I don't think a lot of men realize the pressure women face from coming home for the holidays without a man. Do any of you all care to speak on that? You know, does that factor into some women who may lower their standards to prevent from being at home on the holidays alone?
I had an aunt. She used to always ask, but for me, it's bad when my nieces and nephews are like, "I don't see you with anybody." They think I'm their age because I don't have anybody. So it's bad the children see.
And it's crazy because I don't think men get the same pressure. They could show up with one girl for Thanksgiving, one for Christmas, and one for the New Year's party, and nobody say nothing.
Now, their uncle will
But
be proud.
exactly, mama gonna fix them all a plate and make them a to-go, container. You know what I'm saying? But for us, it's a whole different standard. And sometimes if you hear it all the time, sometimes you want to avoid that conversation. And so especially when you talk about like your work events, Christmas parties and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you want to take somebody with you. So if you have somebody that's been around, yeah, pull them out the friend zone a little bit. You never know. Some cuffing season can turn longer than that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. But yeah, you know that there's always that one uncle be like, "That's you, nephew? That's you?" You know how they go. And AR Crown chimed in and said, "I'm celibate now. However, there was a time during that season of my life I discovered women want things as bad as men do, and things are in quotes. So we know what the things that AR
That's
is
my
talking
cousin.
about.
Shout out to Crown. And yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Back to the phone lines. I got a couple of show legends want to chime in. From the 732 area code, the Garden State of New Jersey, please welcome on the show enforcer, the show legend, Ray. Ray, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Q? How y'all doing, everybody?
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, what's going on,
Doing
Ray?
pretty well. How's it going, man?
All right.
And okay, Erica being messy now. Ain't your daddy really your uncle anyway? Oh man. Okay.
Hey, look, that's how you got to do them, man.
Oh boy. All right, one more show legend. Back to the phone line. From the 850 area code, the Emerald Coastline of Pensacola, Florida, making his way to the ring, the man in black, the Buckster. What's going on, Buck? What's happening, Buck?
I think he's on mute.
Yeah, he is. And all right, Buck, can you hear me? All right, I'll get back to him in just a moment. And Ray and Buck, I'll let y'all get up to speed in just a moment. We're talking about cuffing season. So just in general, to whoever wants to answer, how do you know if you're being cuffed or not? I mean, how do you know if someone who just happens to come into your life in October, if they're looking for, a good time or a long time?
Well, you got to repeat that.
I want the answer to this.
Me too.
No one knows how to tell it.
Let me grab a notebook.
No one knows how you can tell if you're being cuffed or not. You know, if somebody's trying to want a winter relationship with you.
It's a little tricky.
By the speed of things. You know what I'm saying? Like Kayla was saying, how the dude was trying to put her in the queue to move in. You know, it's just the speed. It's just the speed of things. You know, just like moving really fast, like really fast.
And yeah, that's a flag for me. And I'm like, yeah, pump your brakes.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone shows up in October and they're kind of just pushing things along, then most likely they're just looking to hang around until the flowers start coming out in March. in other words.
Not necessarily, but they definitely trying to lock you down for the cold month. And, like Carrie said, it may go
Holidays.
past that, but
Mhm.
but yeah, they definitely trying to lock you in there.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to tell because, I mean, I don't recall if I've ever been cuffed or not. I haven't had too many relationships that ended in February or March that I can recall. Now, I know as a big guy, my stock goes up in the winter months because I'm the undisputed cuddling champion of the world. But I just don't know if it's happened to me or not, so or either that or I didn't realize it.
Yeah,
But
it happened to me.
Christmas and Valentine's Day, two key holidays during cuffing season. Uh, Let me go to you on this, Gator. Do you think the motivation for some to cuff is to have someone to buy them a gift, on Christmas and Valentine's Day?
I know for some folks it is, the fact that, I'm going into Thanksgiving and you start getting them odd looks from folks because the cuffing season starts a little earlier. But if you make it to Thanksgiving and you haven't picked your cuff mate by that time, you start getting those real odd looks at Thanksgiving. So you got to really get into it. And you got to have those gifts. Because if you ain't got no gifts during Christmas time, then, I mean, what's the point? You want your boo, your cuff mate to go ahead and buy those gifts. So I think that's the motivation for a lot of women. Look, Valentine's Day, we already know. Because like women talk about their DMs blowing up, during certain times. Man, Valentine's like that like the end of January, man, DMs on guys blow up like crazy.
Yeah. Man, I chime in with you.
Yeah.
Man, in 2021, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's about the gift as much as it is everybody knowing you got the gift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like women getting just as much money as dudes. They can go buy what they want.
Mhm.
But they want social media to see, hey, he bought me that bag. You know what I'm saying? They want the co-workers at work to see, you sent them flowers up here. You know what I'm saying? I think we at a point where everyone else knowing or the attention from other people knowing is more exciting than actually getting the gift from the dude. So it ain't really about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about the attention that she's gonna get from everyone else because you did those things.
Right. They won't show your picture at all. They won't show your face on none of the pictures
Yeah, big
at
emoji.
all that they be taking. They go take a pic around your face,
For sure.
but they want to put he did this hashtag he loved me hashtag he did, yeah.
Eight plates on the table and all you see is her.
Right.
Have y'all seen the meme? Have you seen the meme of the girl who was taking the pictures of the food and then the guy is in the background blurred out like I'm getting in this picture?
Yeah. And Ray, how do you feel about that, man? Do you think that for some people they find seasonal relationships in the winter because they just want something to show off for Christmas and Valentine when it comes to gifts?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can weed those kind of people out because they act different around their family and friends than they do in private. So if it's cuffing season and they say, well, okay, they want a gift, okay, they want matching shirts or matching bracelets or this and that, and it's really may not be like that in private. So you can tell those kind of people, and every time they talk, they want you to tell other people how y'all doing. It's they finessing you to make themselves look good in front of other people, and that's popular nowadays. Well, I ain't gonna say nowadays. I mean, it's been popular. It's been going on for 30 years. But yeah, it's easy to tell. Somebody show up and they bring you in, and there's a whole lot of people in the house, and oh, this is such and such, this is such and such, this is such and such, and they might try to make it into be more than what it is. So if that's what they're doing, then you already know they using you as a prop.
Okay. Buck, you ever brought somebody home just for the holidays, man?
No, I mean I hadn't had to do that. To me, that's home is for your immediate family. It doesn't matter whether you have somebody with you or not. That's not important to me. What's important to me is spending that quality time with your with your parents, sister, brother, whatever you may have. That's important to me. I could care less about somebody being with me during the holidays. And when you get older, some of that stuff is just really trivial, and I really don't really think about that kind of stuff. If somebody's with me, that's great. If somebody's not with me, is great. I mean, it's just really about just being, the togetherness of family, and that's what's most important to me. It's not important who's on my side when I go home for the holidays.
All right. And in the chat room, Erica says they post some pajama pictures with one guy in December, and they be in a whole new relationship for Valentine's Day. A lot of relationships are for just posting clout.
Stop being messy, Erica. I know exactly who you're talking about.
And Cynthia chimed in. I believe Cynthia's in California. She says, I have some girlfriends who are single and get bent all out of shape on Valentine's Day every year. They even go to the extreme length, resurrecting old lovers. Just so sad. And yeah, sometimes you have to raise people from the dead to keep them being alone. I mean, some people will go to that extreme to where, come here, Lazarus, So
not Lazarus.
All right. So last question. We'll get ready to
you wrong for that one.
But Carrie, let me go back to you. Carrie, what percentage of relationships, and just in your opinion, that you think can start during cuffing season and maybe turn into something real?
I think it's 50-50, right? It depends on the age, right? So when you're 20s and cuffing, it's a little different. When you're in your 30s, you may want to, you pay attention to different things, right? And so you're not even going to waste your time to enter cuffing season with somebody who just is not somebody you would entertain on a regular basis just to have somebody. So I think there's a potential there. I mean, the truth is, I've never done the actual cuffing season, October till whatever it is, November to February, but I started a pandemic cuffing season in the height of 2020 when it just started, and it turned into a whole full-blown relationship. I never expected it. I just didn't want to be shut down by myself. It's somebody that I was already entertaining anyway, right? But I wanted to see how things were going to go. It was a great time to just whatever, but I never expected it to turn into what it did. So you just never know.
Right.
A pandemic season. Yeah, I hadn't really looked at it that way.
Yeah,
I know I'm not the only one.
It's a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
Gator,
it worked though.
You had a pandemic relationship?
No.
COVID-19 cuffing?
right. No, I was like sitting around here like I don't need to get caught. I don't need to get nothing caught. I don't need no COVID, no nothing. That's just I will sit in my place by myself and chill during that time. Man, but no, I think cuffing, man, I think it will give it about 30%. Carrie said 50, I'm gonna give it 30. Because, man, to be honest, if you go into cuffing season and you meet somebody and you know that they're beneath your standard, the only reason you messing with them is literally because you're lonely, there's no chance of that relationship working out at all. So if you're going into a relationship with somebody who, as Carrie was saying, that you already entertaining, you kind of into already, then it has a chance of working out. But the majority of the folks who actually do cuffing season are really just around with somebody that have a warm body and not somebody that they actually see a future with themselves with. So, yeah.
Okay. Ray, what percentage of these relationships do you think work out long term? They get together between October and February. I mean, what are the chances it turns into something real?
I mean, like the brother said right before me, it doesn't have much of a chance. I give it a 10% chance or something like that, because they want to come across as one thing, but it ain't nothing but basically hoeing. Trying to get what you can get and hang out with somebody and chill. I mean, that ain't what it's about. It's supposed to be about building a relationship. If you build a relationship, you want to get to know somebody, then you should want to get to know them no matter what season it is. But if you saying, well, all right, I'll, talk while it's wintertime, I have somebody to be booed up with. So I guess in the spring, you're going to boo up with somebody else. In the summer, you're going to boo up with somebody else. And in the winter, well, he got a fireplace over there, so I'm going to boo up with him. Man, come on. Shit. And then it's bad. Women think guys can't see that shit. And then when they get dumped on the ass and they wonder what happened. Shoot, he saw that shit coming from a mile away. He just didn't say nothing.
Yeah, that's what Bailey said. Bailey said that if he finds out about it, he got to do you wrong.
Exactly. And then with black folks, it become a relationship, and everybody trying to get everybody, and then ain't nobody keeping it real. So you just got a bunch of fake shit going on until somebody get tired of it.
Okay. All right. Well, for those who want to participate in cuffing season, I wish you the best. Just know that when that groundhog doesn't go back in his hole and that warm weather starts to come out, that you're gonna have to go back to being single like a slice of Velveeta.
Oh, man.
Who would have guessed that the temperature would determine your relationship status? See, Bailey, Snoop Dogg knew what he was talking about back in 1993 in the Gin and Juice song when he said 80 degrees when I told that trick, please.
Absolutely.
Because as soon as the sun comes out, cuffing season is over.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to our final thoughts and wrap this thing up. It's been a lot of fun with you all. And so final thoughts on tonight's show. And let's see, Kaylee, I'll start with you.
With this, I would say just pay attention to intentions and mutual interest, because if your intentions is just to, cuff and move on, then let that be it. But if you're somebody who is probably, if you notice that person has interest that you're interested in, then that might take you somewhere else. And also be careful, wrap it up, because you don't want no cuffing babies or no pandemic babies.
Or you don't want to catch something you can't get rid of.
That part.
Okay. Go ahead and plug your show real quick.
Well, watch me on Thursdays on YouTube, Kaylee the Boss. That's my channel name. Or you can find me on Facebook at Kaylee for the Boss Chick Corner. I am Kaylee. I am the boss. And you'll be able to see me in the corner. We talk about all things boss, BS, music, whatever. We keep it saucy. We keep it bossy.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for joining the show. Try to say Boss Chick Corner real fast 5 times and you'll get tripped up.
Definitely.
So, don't fall for it.
Right. All right. So, Gator, let me get your final thoughts, man.
Man, my final thought really is the cuffing season thing, it's all fun to talk about, but in all honesty, don't try to cuff nobody unless you plan on trying to give them a life sentence, right? So unless you're deciding that you are serious about pursuing a relationship with somebody, I wouldn't participate in just trying to be with somebody just because you're lonely. At some point you have to be comfortable with being lonely, even through those holiday seasons, even through the family get-togethers and things like that, because you don't want to hurt yourself or another person just because you wanted to satisfy that seasonal itch that you got, right? So yeah, the cuffing season thing is fun to talk about, but let's try to have some fruitful long-term relationships and pick the right people. As far as the show goes, man, you can catch me every Sunday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central Time. Dope Discussions Live. We're on YouTube. You can look us up at on Instagram at Dope Discussions_pod. We're right there. Me and Erica have a great time, and we want to see each and every one of you in the virtual congregation.
All right. And it's definitely a dope show. And you all show about the friend zone on Sunday. I was driving, so I really couldn't chime in like I wanted to. I popped in a little bit at the stoplights. But yeah, the friend zone is an imaginary place that a lot of guys place themselves in.
Yeah.
There should be no such thing. Either she wants to get with you or she doesn't.
Right.
So,
Oh, and one last thing, keep down 5 is coming back. We coming back.
Okay.
So just in case y'all missed the Down 5 podcast, we are coming back. My partner is trying to take some time off to chill with the little one. He just
He's
had a
on
little baby
paternal
boy.
leave.
He's on paternity leave right now.
Yeah.
So he's trying to take care of his business with that. But we'll be back with some more debauchery later on this year, hopefully.
All right. All right. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you taking time to join the show. I know you're a busy dude. And let's see, Erica's over there singing "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas." That is my favorite holiday song. Has been since I was a kid. My favorite holiday song. And Cynthia says, no matter what, we should all be intentional on why we are seeing someone. And that's very true, Cynthia. And some people are just intending to get a PS5 out the deal. I mean, yeah,
Hey.
everybody's intention is not good, but I feel what you're saying. They just need to be honest with one another. And so let's see, Ray, let me get your final thoughts, man. I know you and Buck kind of got in late, and I apologize for that, but let me get your final thoughts on the evening. You're on mute,
Yeah,
right? There you go.
yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting show, interesting topic, but cuffing season should be loving season. You shouldn't cuff somebody unless you're trying to be in love with somebody, you know, because cuffing one person, cuffing another person, cuffing another person, after a while you trying to cuff everybody and you ain't getting no younger, whether you're male or you female. So, it's fun if you a teenager or you in your early 20s, but you in 40s and 50s talking about you cuffing, you need to quit it and get you somebody more permanent and set a better example for your kids. So,
All right,
Yeah.
all right. I appreciate it, man. Good to have you on.
all right.
And Buck, let me get your final thoughts on the evening, bro.
Good show. Yeah, we got in a little late, but anytime you get in a relationship, it should be for the right reasons. It shouldn't be for cuffing season and all these different seasons that are out here in 2021 and beyond. If you're gonna get in a relationship, get in there for the right reason. Don't be messing with people that don't fit your standards, or trying to get something out of them and things of that nature. Because ultimately, you get yourself hurt, and the other person will get hurt as well. So it's not even worth it. So stick with your standards. Get in a relationship for the right reasons, not just for the season. And that's my best advice to anybody out there. So everybody enjoy the rest of your week.
All right. I appreciate you, man. And Bailey, what you got, bro?
Man, I'm gonna keep it short, man. Hey, find you something real and like who like you. You know, man. Pretty much that's it with me. Fellas, be careful, kings. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for the okie doke. Just being the gift buyer. And women, y'all be careful. Let them just show up over there with a garbage bag full of clothes and a PlayStation. So y'all, everybody be careful this woman.
All right, man. I appreciate you joining the show.
For sure.
And Carrie, shut it down for me, please.
Hey man, Q, great conversation. Yeah, so I think it's funny to talk about this conversation. It was a lot of fun, but honestly, I think the key for this, for everybody, you need to be honest. You have to be honest with yourself about what you're really looking for, what you really want, your intention. And if you meet somebody, you should probably be honest with them too, right? So, and that goes for any relationship in any season, and not just cuffing season. So I think once you do that, and set those standards for yourself, what you'll accept and what you won't, you'll be just fine. That's it.
All right. Sounds good. Plug your show right quick.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I have two shows. So I have The Camouflage Beauty. We are a podcast specifically for military and veteran women, 5 o'clock Eastern on your favorite podcast streaming network. And I also have The Lioness Lair with my two sisters, Camille and Crystal, live on Facebook on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central. That's it.
All right. Sounds good. And I haven't listened to your latest show yet with what's her name? Megan, I believe her name was. But I'm gonna try to check that out in the next couple of days. But I always enjoy your show. And then I was in the Lioness Den last week to check you all out, and that was interesting too.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah. So hey, people, there's a lot of talented people out here you all need to be paying attention to. on these podcasts. So, like I said, I gave you some homework earlier. Like or share a podcast. It doesn't matter, who it is. I mean, I don't care if it's me or not, but like or share somebody, and just show that support. And just like you would show that support to a dancing truck driver on TikTok or something like that. So, all right, that's going to do it for this week in the Talk to Q radio show. Next week, we're discussing the law of attraction. It's not necessarily just about physical attraction. It's also about, kind of like what you put out in the universe is kind of like what you receive. It kind of talks about energy and things of that nature. So we'll get into that next week, November 9th, 7:30 p.m. Central Time here on the Talk to Q radio show. Follow me on all things social media at Talk to Q. Everyone have a good evening. Peace out. Oh, for y'all, stay backstage for me while I wrap this show up. But yeah, peace out.